Hello everybody, Bradley here, and welcome into the AIPL Quarterfinals. This is quarterfinal match number 1 in bracket number 1, featuring 8 awesome civs. Only 4 of them are going to make it through though. Games 1 and 2 of this bracket will be posted this week, and I hope you're excited to watch them. If you want to catch all this action live, there's a link in the description to head over to Twitch where we play all these games live, and also there's a spreadsheet link in the description if you want to keep track of how the spreadsheet's going and who might eventually win the AIPL. Without further ado though, I think it's time we hop into the match. Theme song is gone, barbs are in. I can reveal the entire map. West Coast, best coast, baby, and hey, Catherine's got a good start. She is the underdog of all underdogs to make it out of this group. Remember, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, 4 people make it through. 4 people get eliminated after we add up the scores over 2 games. You get 2 games of this. France is over here having a good time. Babylon to the north, gonna be zooming through those tech trees. Expect to see some strong barbs coming out. Kind of the northeast from there. Japan's second settler is lost in the sauce. Japan being put on the back foot by their settling opportunities. I'd be moving this settler back as soon as possible, but they're not doing that. Over here we have Gaul and Ethiopia at loggerheads, ready to punch each other in the face a little bit. Chinguetti, Auckland's up here, Kabul, Akkad, Charleston, and Washington. They're part of the same empire. America's over here. They're going to put down the Great Bath. Germany to their south a little bit. And then Greece over to the east with another kind of free simmy start. This map is a lot better laid out than it is when you take one of the civs away. However, I think Ethiopia and Gaul have a bit of a rough start fighting each other. Japan is completely lost in the sauce because they're not using their settler and they're going for the Stonehenge. So Japan is screwed? I don't know what they're doing. Big forest fire over in Babylon's territory. Those Palgums are going to be helpful. The Hanging Gardens will be nice if they can get them too. Stone Circle's got built here. Does that mean you're building another settler? No, we're getting a galley. Why not? Why not get that galley? Are Gaul and Ethiopia fighting it? They're not. They're not fighting it. They're boring. We'll get there. How is a Japanese warrior all the way down here, but their settler's not even moving? Is the settler... It moved from here to here. There we go. There we go, Japan. Hojo's in the game now. He's smartening up a little bit. 3 cities down for Greece is pretty good. Whoa! Jumbo Pixel! Hello, friends. You're just in time. Welcome in. You're just in time for the AIPL Quarterfinals. It's a tournament where we're watching the Civ AI all play each other, and then as they eliminate each other, we keep going until we find a winner. This is bracket number 1 in the quarterfinals. Chat will fill you in on the rest, because I got to commentate how this game's going. Washington or America still doing fine. 4 good cities, easy to defend, not going to be taken by the AI. Has lots of room. They're going to get to SimCity a lot of campuses over here, so expect Washington to be able, or America to be able to figure things out here science-wise. Over here, Gaul is spreading out a little bit. Japan's finally got their second city down and got that 3rd settler now, which will be quite helpful. They're so delayed from their start, though. I don't know why the settler just stood there for 100 years, but it did, so teach their own. Bordeaux with the non-water settle, because why settle on the water? There's a whole lake and a whole river, and I'm just going to settle here, which takes away a whole bunch of those water settles. That's very good, Bordeaux. That's a very, very smart thing. It couldn't have settled down here on this river, then on this lake, then on... This could be 3 cities. Bordeaux could be 3 cities, but nope. It looks like Babylon, with the help of Arthur, is going to come down and do a little bit of murdering, possibly. What a drought. What a weird drought. What a weird spot for a drought. Goody Hut up here, not taken. Japan's got 3 cities now. Wukong is out, and some galleys. How did this galley make it through the... Can you make it through this ice here? That's impressive. That's impressive. We got ice-breaking Japanese galleys on the water. America with 1 breathtaking tile. Well, I think that's kind of separate, actually. I think they'll be fine despite that. I actually think Teddy's breathtaking ability is not a good one for the AI, who really struggles with those things. Turn 38, we'll check in on everything at turn 50 score-wise. Germany and America having a good time with their districts. We have some war going on here. Now, this is quite good for Gaul early on, because all of these units are going to give culture when they're built. We got to build on this iron mine. There's lots of mines available around here to be able to get those boosts that you're going to want early on in the game. It does look like they're struggling with this war, though. And Machu Picchu for Ethiopia here is going to be really, really good, as there are lots of mountains around to make that work. Forest Fire is now finished up here. Some really good tiles, a 3-3 and a 3-2-1. Wonder if Germany and America will nuke each other. I hope so. There was no nukes yesterday, and that was very sad. That was very sad. Ooh, great library going down in Charleston. This is how Teddy wins most of his games, or at least does well. A decent mountainy start, and then a lot of campuses is typically how it goes. Greece building. Greece had a great day yesterday with a lot of high-yield games. There's only 2 of them, but all of them were quite high-yield games. Did a lot better in the first game, but still really strong showing in the second one. We got to get the city down. New York's got 6 population. You got to get this down and growing really, really quickly. That was a pretty good flood. Yeah, Argos is down now. There's going to be some good tiles there to work. Any fighting? Ooh, you know what? The fighting here in Ottawa might be our first takedown of the day. I don't think that's a keepable city, but I do think it slows Ethiopia down. Ethiopia with such a good start, though. I'm not sure it'll matter for their chances to progress. But hey, that's a city down for Ethiopia, which is a help to Catherine. Catherine is not going to win on her own. AI Catherine is simply not good enough, but if the other civs annihilate each other enough, she might make it through. It's turn 50 now, so we can start taking a look at the yields, and as expected, Teddy has pulled out to a pretty big science lead. Pericles out to that culture lead as well, which is helpful early on. You have to remember, Hammurabi's science and Gaul's culture are kind of hard to quantify because of their abilities, so we'll just keep tabs on that. They are able to keep Ottawa for now with the +1 loyalty from Hamiko. No, never mind. They're going to move Hamiko and the unit out. That's fine. That's all good. Whoa, Jumbo! Jumbo coming in here, getting the emotes, getting the subsection of the Discord, all that stuff. For those of you who've never watched the AIPL, whether you're on YouTube or in the chat right now, we do 2 games. We aggregate the scores together, and then whoever the top 4 are move through to the next round, which will be the semifinals. Right now, 55 turns in. Hammurabi, Pericles, Teddy, and Menelik are going through. Freddy, Gaul, Catherine, and Hojo would be eliminated. This is still early on in game 1. We had 2 games to go before we really get a confirmation of who's being eliminated here. Apadana down for Kyoto. You're already seeing, though, the farther we get into this tournament, the closer these matches are. All the civs doing really well early on. Sans Japan, who just really shat the bed. They were not doing well. They just simply did not settle their city, which was really silly. New York not building walls, but does have lots of units around, and then Cameron and Washington will be helpful. Walls going down in San Francisco. They are being hit on 2 fronts, though. They got San Francisco to defend from Germany, which should go okay with the walls, although that catapult's a little scary. New York, though, no walls and being attacked by a lot of hoplites. That is not ideal. And White and Nerdy lives there. White and Nerdy, give us the correspondence angle on the ground in New York. I know you're across in New Jersey, but you could surely see there's a lot of hoplites. What does each hoplite represent, like 10,000 of them or something? Things looking real bad. Things looking real bad. Okay, well, but you got walls now. That must have been weird just sitting there where the walls just appear. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think you're looking better now. Yeah, Ottawa losing loyalty. That was just really silly. We have a spearman taking his mandatory army swimming lessons to make sure that he can fight over the open ocean. I think Rapa Nui is screwed. I don't wanna write off a city-state early on here, but this looks like a pretty big army for them to take down. Oh, now, yeah, Spectator sucks, so we're in a Dark Age. That's fine, though. That's fine. Auckland also struggling. I like the AIs taking out Auckland like this. They certainly don't need Auckland to do well on a Pangea map. This land for Auckland, though, is actually terrible. The only saving grace is the mountain or the mines will give culture on those tiles anyway. Yeah, New York is safe. Teddy survives the massacre. Cincinnati and Buffalo are down. Pergamon is down too. No water settles over here. The river's kind of cut through oddly, so we'll see if loyalty's a play there with the low populations of those cities. Ottawa looks like it's returning. What are the eras like? All standards are Dark Ages. No deity AI in a golden. We do have Auckland going down, though.
Hell yeah, brother.
There we are. Gaul's taking Auckland. Big move for the Gaul here. Making sure they have that land. Making sure no one else gets that city-state. That's a pretty big deal. We have ooh, interesting that you know, money-based financial city-state's building a harbor instead of a commercial hub. I mean, it makes perfect sense that they would pick one or the other, whichever one's the best, but still kind of fun. You don't see that too often, I don't think. I could be wrong about that. Whoa! Germany's got a whole army. Germany's like, hey, what if I just spent all my production on an army and none of it on useful things? Although I will say a couple of really good campuses here. How are the yields looking? Yeah, 135 for Teddy and Science is pretty explosive. Although the Meneliks and the Freddies that are in the 80s are doing well, too. Oh, no. New York's walls are falling. Oh, no. Olympus has fallen. How are we dealing with this? That's a Greek catapult with a promotion. How much damage is that doing to the walls? Not enough, I don't think. I think this catapult will kill this catapult. We'll come back here in a moment and see what's up. Any fighting over here? Osaka's losing loyalty. Fukuoka's a good settle, though, to cut off Babylon. Babylon's already got pike and shots, which is pretty ludicrous, so we'll see if they can make any use of that. It's hard to tell where in the tech tree they've jumped to with their boost, so we're kind of just going to have to see their tech as it comes. Yeah, I think out of all the empires, the French one is the least, or the most underwhelming. I was going to say the least overwhelming. I think New York's Dunskies. Yeah, there's a hero here now. It's over. Hippolyta's coming into New York City. The walls are down. Oh, dear. Uh-oh. Oh, and it's pillaged. It's razed. New York is gone. Oh. Oh, no. That's not good. Greece making the plays. And that's going to cut Teddy down to still a massive lead in science, which is the most important thing for the AI. AI does culture leads not as well as they do science leads. I think Japan's got a galley thing going on. They're super into galleys, and I don't think they're going to be able to take Cinquetti with 9 galleys. I don't think that's how... Mr. Bradley, I don't feel so good. I wouldn't either. At least you're technically in New Jersey, though, so you're still fine. You're still okay. It just looks scary, but no one's attacking you yet. This really sucks, man. San Fran getting sieged as well. The San Fran peeps can come up to Vancouver, though. We can hang out in an Airbnb or something. Watch the destruction on the news. I don't know. Fukuoka has been taken by Babylon. This is a spicy matchup. This is a very spicy matchup. The AI are keen on the old killing. They're keen on the old killing. Pyramids going down, and hey, you know, I kind of dissed Auckland a little bit as a city. If they get the pyramids out of this, especially as Gaul, that's very worth it for Gaul to have pyramids. Very, very worth it. I don't think that's why the AI is doing it. I think it's just an accident. But hey, the AI should take the wins they can get. Teddy needs to settle another city down here right away before Argos or Pergamon get too high population. Yeah, this catapult's almost dead. This man-at-arms is just vibing inside the city. That doesn't make a lot of sense for him to be there. I think Ethiopia's got a great little empire here. And remember, you only need to make it through. Mansa Musa won the AIPL in the first season without ever winning a game, right? Because it's all aggregate scoring. And so, you know what? You don't need to win. You just have to make it through. We've seen that with the last winner of the AIPL. We've seen some really interesting civs like Wilhelmina, you know, kind of always finish in 4th place, but sneak through to the next round. So for the Ethiopias of the world, maybe you're not winning too many games, but you do not need to actually win a game to be crowned the AI champion. There's an aggregate scoring path to victory here that I think will be the most likely. Statue of Zeus going down is interesting. I don't know what Gaul's going to do with all those units. I don't know where they're going to go and fight. It seems like Japan would be the best bet here. Turn 89, though. Let's take a look at the scores. So far, Gaul, Hammurabi, Menelik, and Pericles making it through. Bullmoose, Teddy, Catherine, Freddy, and Hojo getting eliminated. So far. It's not concrete yet, but so far that's what's going on. We are now in the Renaissance era. There should be spies coming out shortly. Hercules for Germany is a big deal. He will rebuild. I don't believe the Bullmoose Teddy will get eliminated. I don't think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, spies are coming out. I called that. I see what you're doing. I see what's going on. How's the faith victory going for anyone? Religious victory is actually doing okay for Gaul. That's very funny. He's got 3 out of 9 civs, so you have to watch that because spectator counts as a civ here. So if he has 8 out of 9, he auto wins. And we have to manually shut down the game. So we do have to keep tabs of that. I don't see his religious units, you know, too far around the map yet, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, the unfortunately named Bagacum is fine because Victor's going in there. Never mind. It's all good. I don't know how anyone at Firaxis was like, yep, let's throw that name in there. No one will make jokes about that name. Or maybe that's why they did it. I like Greece's empire. Lots of good districting going on over here. Represented in the, 156 culture, 109 science. Teddy now 98 science, 57 culture, falling really far behind. Gaul doing better in both categories. Menelik doing better. You know, Catherine is doing just as good. The loss of New York here, very, very difficult to deal with. They are going to get that settler out now. But I think it might be a little too late for Teddy. He's losing ground on all sides. I think losing New York, it might just be enough to throw him off the pace here. I'm putting my money on Menelik at this point. I think Menelik and Pericles are the best paths to victory. I think the Teddy sandwich in chat. Chat's talking about a Teddy sandwich. It's shocking that Gaul, or that, not Ambiorix, Jesus, that Hammurabi has not settled Paititi yet. It's weird that he has not settled Paititi yet. This looks like it would be very obvious for you to settle over here, you know? Like, hey, we got this massive, great wonder with culture up here. Let's just not settle it. I don't even see a settler. I don't even see anyone that could settle it. Interesting choices. That seems like a misplay. Yeah, Oxford University is going to be huge for Ethiopia here. This map is just so much more hectic with this many people on it. Cutting out the one civ and having 7 really does do a thing, you know? It does a thing. It just gives a little more space to everyone. I reckon we'll see more nukes in the quarterfinal. There's just more people, more fighting, more nukes, more grievances. Is Gaul holding up? Gaul is still holding up fairly well in that religious victory, but not well enough. I want to see a campus in that +8 mountain. I don't think you're going to see it. I think they're going to put an encampment there just to spite you. Japan trying to take Fukuoka back with this bold strategy of run all the units against the walls indiscriminately until they all die. It's a weird strategy, and it's not working, but we'll see if it works in the future. Mohenjo-Daro taken by Catherine and then building the Colossus. Catherine the underdog. You know, kind of, you know, made fun of by myself in chat before the game here. They should finish last by all predictions, projections, you know, expert opinions. Kabul now going down. More city-states being absolutely conquered here. You know, Gaul doesn't even care about the multiplayer rules, man. They're taking 2 city-states, and that's that. Gaul, Hammurabi, Pericles, Menelik in the top 4. Catherine only 5 points behind Menelik. Teddy is now second last. And being second last really matters because it makes it really hard to make it through the next round based on next game. And so if Teddy finishes second last, that's tough. I say those who are finishing first and second are probably making it through. Those who are finishing second last and last, they're probably getting eliminated. You know, to be against all the odds. So this is not looking good for old Teddy here. Yeah, it's a scam. And for anyone who's American and watching this, I rigged it against you from the beginning. And now I'm giving away the plot. It's weird that they don't want to settle Delicate Arch or Paititi. I mean, Paititi is infinitely better than Delicate Arch in every metric. But it's weird that they're not focusing on it. Beowulf is an interesting pick. These are AI Snave. This is an AI tournament. We're watching the AI play. We put it into a spreadsheet. It does some computer math, and it tells us the winners. Reminder what America did to Canada in game 1 of the last... I can't even remember, man. That was so long ago. I feel like that was a lifetime ago. But I'm glad you remember. Baltimore going down. Maryland in the game here. And it's a bit too close to Argos. That's going to be tough to keep. I think the folks that live in Maryland are not going to be too happy. Pericles also has a Dark Age, though. So that's the one thing that's kind of saving Baltimore here. Oh, yeah. It was the 10 light years. Canada was winning, and then Teddy, yeah, you're right. Gaul holding on to all the land here, which is really, really good. Osaka's loyalty flipping. This settler can get stolen very easily. Chinguetti is not going down. This is very, very bad form for Japan right now. I'm shocked that Catherine is doing so well. I mean, a good start, and also, you know, did not get besieged right away. That attack was taken out. This is a weird settle. I think that getting one more population here will be fine because then this city and this city are growing pretty quickly. Although Amboise is also growing and Paris is also growing pretty quickly. So we'll see how this goes. Can't wait to see the canals. Yesterday they were amazingly disgusting. The canalici will be absolutely immense, I promise. I promise you the canalysis will be... Why are we not working any of this? Oh, we got one Mercury worked. Interesting. That Colosseum is in a poor spot, though. It doesn't cover enough cities. Somewhere in the middle would have been a little better, but I'm happy they built it at the very least. Bordeaux still without water. Well, yeah, you can't move the city. You can't move. Yeah, they don't even have a place for a aqueduct. Like, they're gonna not have water for... You can't... I don't know how they're gonna acquire water. I don't think it's possible. Baltimore still loyalty flipping, although things are better. Victor's in there. The one thing I'm seeing, though, is Chicago is not gaining anytime soon. Now there's San Francisco. Argos is gaining in 2. Sparta's gaining in 8. Berlin's gaining in 9. I think Baltimore's done. I think Teddy's having a rough time. I'm going to slide this under not going well. At all for Teddy. Big Ben is going to be huge for Ethiopia. The AI are very good at spending their gold. Not always on the right thing, but they're good at spending it nonetheless. Babylon's got field cannons and Arthur if they want. Rapa Nui survived, though. I thought that was going down earlier, which is interesting. Interesting indeed. Taking a quick look at the yields. 157, 174, 165. So Teddy's been able to catch up a little bit in science here. In terms of culture, though, it's really Pericles that's out to the lead. There are a few other, you know, Gaul is doing okay. Hammurabi's doing okay. Yeah, they do have to get Mohenjo-Daro, that's right. I think this is it for Baltimore. 6 turns. When does the era end? 11. 10 turns. Not going to be enough. Not going to be enough. Unfortunate. Amboise getting the walls down for the defense. That's good. That's smart. That's wise. That's a smart thing to do. Oh my goodness. Infantry corps all ready for Ethiopia. Yeah, these pike and shots are going down. Adwa's losing loyalty, though. But these pike and shots are definitely going down. I don't think they're prepared for the battle here. Field cannon corps for America. Are they going to go to Pergamon? Are they going to take out Pergamon or Miletos or Argos? Can this be a mutually assured destruction scenario where it's like, hey, Baltimore's gone now. Hey, you're taking us out. We're taking you out. None of us get to win. We're both getting eliminated. I'm not going to vote on this because I'm the spectator. I'm not allowed to vote on such matters. I must remain neutral at all times unless Canada's playing, in which case I'm cheering for them. If Canada wins AIPL Season 2, you don't even know how drunk I'm getting on this stream. They're gonna have some really good Canadian. I'm gonna get the 40 Creek, like nice, like $80 bottle of 40 Creek, whatever their nice addition. There's artilleries here, good lord. Whatever the night, we're gonna have that whiskey. We're gonna get like a 25 bajillion pack of Molson Canadian. I'm gonna find some kind of Canadian wine to pour on myself while this is all happening. I will be wasted. Absolutely wasted on stream if Canada wins the AIPL. That's massive. If Canada's in the final, I'll be wearing my Canadian hockey jersey. Yeah, I can pour maple syrup on myself. That's a little more appropriate. It's too bad there's no Canadian champagne. Kind of defeats the point of it being from Champagne, doesn't it? I could get an ice wine. Yeah, I could get an ice wine that kind of like champagne. I'll figure it out. I don't think Canada's making it to the final or winning. However, I will commit to having a few drinky poos if I do. We are very quickly in the modern era here. Lots of people got like field cannons and artilleries roaming around. This is getting intense. Ethiopia's just sending aid all the time instead of winning. That's cool. Bordeaux is being besieged by artillery and tanks. The city with no water is soon not going to have walls or citizens or buildings or anything. I think this tank is going to be able to just run it over. Let's see that religion score. Nah, religious victory is still doing nothing. Doing nothing. Pericles is doing okay in that culture victory, though. Bordeaux is gone! Oh, no, France. What are you doing? You got to defend Bordeaux. That's very much Bordeaux. Germany taking Baltimore instead of Greece here is really, truly hilarious. That's really funny. I don't know how this is happening loyalty-wise. I don't know what kind of calculations are going on here. Especially because Sparta growing might actually kind of negate this a little bit, but it seems like Germany's going to get this. Taking a look at the score right now, too, Germany doesn't even need it, but Hojo, Teddy, Menelik, and Catherine still in the bottom 4 spaces, but Pericles is tied with Catherine! Oh my goodness, this is so close. 625 to 660 is all that separates 2nd and 6th right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now Baltimore's instantly flipping again! Oh, the citizens of Baltimore have a rough life. They can't stay loyal to anyone. All those songs about people not being loyal, they were all written about the citizens of Maryland. If you live in Maryland in real life, I'm filing you under do not trust. Yeah, Gaul's having a good time. Just big empire, kind of uncontested empire over here. Good districts, good wonders, sound defenses. The one thing I'm not seeing is any oppidums. Do you guys see a single oppidum? I don't see a single... These are encampments, right? Yeah, these are encampments. I don't think Gaul has a single oppidum. Am I just missing something here, as Gaul? That's how bad the AI are, is that Gaul is winning this game without a single oppidum. Wow. Maybe I played it all wrong for the AIPL. Oh, he's got one oppidum. He's got one oppidum. But it's not very good. He's got one bad oppidum. Okay. I think my strategy for the AIPL was wrong. Or the AIPL, the Civ Give. I think I should have gone for the no oppidum strat. Seems to be working just fine. I instead went for the oppidums everywhere strat. And I was still winning that game. Yeah, it's certainly a +0 or +1 oppidum. Why do we put the Huey in the worst pot? If you put it here, you get so much more stuff. You get stuff via the amount of lake tiles touching it. Come on. Yeah, preserve only Gaul was the only way. It was so funny in that game when I ended up with the Gaul Voidsinger strat, because it's the only strat I practiced offline and not on stream. I felt so good that I got to use it in the game. Fukuoka's gonna flip back, and that's not ideal. Not ideal if you're a fan of Babylon here. I think Catherine sneaks into the top 4. They've just got an empire other than Bordeaux, which is now Weldia. I think they're gonna sneak in. I think they're gonna sneak in there. They're 3rd right now. What? They're ahead of Ethiopia. Oh my goodness. What are the yields like? They don't have huge yields though, and you do need pretty massive yields to get ahead in the science game. Menelik, Teddy, Gaul, so far the favorites for a science victory here. Teddy moving on in straight for a Dwatica, which is very silly. Like let's start with some closer cities. We don't need to go. Why don't we take Frankfurt, or we're getting Baltimore back? That's good. Let's take Argos or something. Like why are we, or take Bagacum or Kabul? All right, why are we going through the mountains straight to Dwatica with a bombard that? Oh, it's a bombard army though. Yeah, the winner automatically goes first in points. So the winner goes 1 point above the top if the winner isn't the top. So right now, whoever wins would get 846. So if they were down here, that would be like a 300-point jump, right? Yeah. The winner just jumps up 1 point above the top in terms of score. So that's how that works. So whoever wins is always in first place, no matter where they finished. And the reasoning for that is you can't have a producing city center. That was weird. Oh, I guess that was just fixing the walls. You can't have a game where the winner of the game isn't in first place. That's why they only jump 1 point ahead. Instead of like 500 points ahead. Like just enough to be technically in first, you know? America building Ruhr Valley in Germany's face is hilarious. That is a bit of a flex. Like, come get me. Come at me, bro. What if they build Statue of Liberty? That would be funny. They're not, though. Berlin could. Berlin should. Has the 8th spot ever won? No, I think the closest we got was 7th. I'm rusty on the stats. I do think someone in 6th or 7th won once. There have been some where they've been really close to winning. 3 turns on Fukuoka going down. If Japan gets that back, that'll be helpful, but they're still, like, solidly last, eh? Now Catherine's back in 5th, but Teddy and Pericles are struggling to climb into that top 4, where you need to be. Bottom 4 after 2 games, getting eliminated. Getting ridiculed by the chat. Not making it to the semifinal. Looking at the victory conditions, Diplo's going okay, Religion's going okay. The Twisty Master, welcome in. I hope you're a gymnast. Just based on your name, I hope you're a gymnast. You don't have to be. I'll like you just as much either way. But I can still hope. There's Fukuoka flipping 10 turns till it's Japanese again. Or, you know what? Or maybe Ethiopian. Who knows? We'll find out. What's the best way to learn what things to build and when? Now is not the best time for me to help you explain that. The best thing I would recommend is joining a... I mean, obviously, playing the game a lot will help you. Watching tutorials will also help you. But joining a Discord server, there's at least like 100 I'd recommend. Most Civ streamers' Discord servers have like a chat where you can ask questions. And that's a great place to throw that. But yeah, I got a lot of tutorials and stuff. The problem with answering that question is that it depends so much on like what Civ you're playing, what the state of the game is, what victory condition you're going for. That there's not a lot of like just straight answers. What playing and watching tutorials helps you do is kind of, you know, tier list things a little bit. Okay, these districts are like ones I need every game. Like every single game, I should be building quite a few campuses, theater squares, commercial hubs, or harbors. You know what I mean? In not every game should I build 100 holy sites, right? Like only in religious games do I need to build holy sites everywhere, right? Most games you can get away with 1 or 2 good holy sites if you need some faith. So eventually you'll start to compartmentalize some things and get like little tier list going. The problem is those instantly flip on their head if you're playing the right Civ or you're in a different situation. All of a sudden the F tier option becomes the, oh, Babylon's taking it, Lamau. Japan's not even getting this back. What idiots. Japan's eliminated. They're solidly last here. It's not even close. It's not even close. This settler's just hanging out like, oh man, there's nowhere to go. But we got the Earth satellite going for Teddy. What? Haha! Teddy's gonna win anyway. Teddy's gonna win from 5th or 6th or whatever. He doesn't care. He's going straight to space, baby. He's building the Manhattan Project too. Manhattan Project and the Earth satellite for Teddy right now. That's bonkers. That is bonkers indeed. Teddy is illegal. Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. The quickest win we've had is turn 207. I'm positive on that. Turn 207 has been the quickest win. Yeah, no worries. When I'm streaming Civ and playing, I can take the time to really explain things to you. Just when I'm commentating this, I don't have a lot of time to really, you know, go over the in-depth building orders of things in the game. I would recommend, you know, just every time you settle a city, build a monument, though. Start with that. Every time you settle a city, first thing you build a monument. I think you'll be happy with that. It's not always the best pick, but you'll never regret it. It helps your cities... It gives you culture into that city and helps their borders grow quicker.
Has taught you well.
Wow, there's a lot of people doing stuff. Joe Cummins, thank you so much for the follow and the sub.
Hell yeah, brother.
Appreciate that. Weird one of the bunch, also welcome in. How big is the bunch? What is this bunch comprised of? Are you the weird one in a very, like, attractive kind of, you know, professional doctor family kind of bunch? Because in that case, that's still wildly impressive. If you're the weird one in, like, you know, a bunch of people who, like, play Pokemon all the time, then we're going to try and figure out, like, okay, what kind of weird are we talking about here? I'm curious about this bunch. That adds a lot of context to the weird one of the part of your name. Okay, we need to nuke the rock bands. Teddy's doing the moon landing. No one else cares about the space race. And we know Gaul and Frederick and Pericles and Hammurabi and Menelik and Catherine all have enough science to be at the Earth satellite right now. So they're just yeah, we got some spaceports going down. Babylon going for the culture. Hell yeah. They better be. That's hilarious. They're not going to get it, but that's funny. The bunch is oranges and I'm an apple. See, that's cool. That's super cool. An apple and a bunch of oranges. That's awesome. I told you the group, knowing the kind of group was important. Now that I know that it's oranges, that adds a lot of context. This desert here is not helping Gaul at all. Not at all. I really want for Civ 7 for desert and tundra to just not be so wildly useless, except for like a very few key, like, niche kind of exceptions. I wish the land was not as useful as normal land, but more broadly useful. Gaul does not have Petra, else you'd see yields on yields. They got Jebel Barkal, which is not helpful. But Pyramids is great. Operation Ivy going down for Gaul. We're getting nukes in this game already. Teddy's still the only one doing space race stuff, though. He's not launching the Mars landing yet. He's building GDRs instead. We're going to see some nuclear warfare. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful this game ends in nuclear warfare. This is crazy. A lot of civs kind of close in science. No one's really pulling too far ahead. I think the problem with an economic victory in Civ 7 is we all know that an economic victory in the beginning of Civ 7 would be like super lame, and it would just be like hoard 1 million gold in the treasury or something. And then in like the subsequent DLCs, it would be made super cool. Every single Civ game has a victory condition that is just very kind of lame and kind of too simple upon the game release that gets shelled out a lot better in DLCs. This has got to be a campus. I agree with y'all earlier. This has got it. I guess the campus is already here though, and there's no city that can reach that tile. This is one of the most competitive AIPL matches, I will admit that. How close are the scores? They're still pretty close. 840 to 945, kind of going from 2nd to 7th, is pretty tight. So far, Catherine, Teddy, Pericles, and Hojo are being eliminated. Now, it's only game 1 of 2 games, but hey. Amani Khan is in a COD? Yeah! It's way more lame now that you don't see all the Amanis side by side. But yeah, we have Amani Khan going on in a COD. GDRs hitting bag of cum. Gotta watch out. You want to leave that in the bag. That's biochemical warfare. You gotta be careful over there. Japan is just it's just a kind of a sad little empire. It's just not doing anything, you know? These late game wars never seem to go that well for the AI. They seem to be very much unable to handle. Once they get 4 promo GDRs, they're typically fine. Don't tell your work it's AIPL time. I'm going to send them a letter, actually. Like, hey, I caught your employee in my stream during AIPL. To be honest, you should probably give them a raise, because it was a much better use of time than whatever you have them doing. You schmuck! That's what I'm going to tell your boss. Do we not have a single canal? There better be a canal in this game. I have the button ready. Is there really not a canal? This is distressing. The Paititi finally got settled, though. Wow. Not a single dumb canal. Not even a Panama? Really? Okay, well. No canalysis for us. How does it have 1,200 faith per turn?
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a
Jensen, welcome in. Is it really 1,200 faith per turn, though? Let's see what happens here. I don't think it's 1,200 faith per turn. No, it's definitely not 1,200 faith per turn. Yeah, no, it's not 1,200 faith per turn. Yeah, golden faith are displayed as totals. Yeah. Whoa, there's the Panama Canal. I really hope this doesn't get finished, but it might. And if it does, we know what we're doing. Oh, this is flooding. That's not great. We gotta fix that. Gotta fix the flooding. This map is completely filled. We got thermonuclear devices. Do we have those in the game? Nobody has any nukes yet. There are 0 nukes on the board. Thermo nukes going down in Gaul's territory, though. I need to actually, on turn 200, I need to have this visible for the stats nerds. Operation Ivy going down for America. But America's not building the Mars project yet, or the exoplanet expedition. Gaul, Menelik, Freddy, Hammurabi in the top 4 spots. Catherine, Teddy, Pericles, Hojo below the drop. Lots of people catching up in the moon landing, though. So this is still anyone's game. This is very close. Once these thermonukes are out, though, the game changes. I don't know if he wants to nuke. He hasn't built any regular nukes. They typically build regular nukes first. Yeah, this is going to pop off. I think this is going to get built. I think this is the only Panama Canal that's being built. Which is a shame. Normally we get a huge fight for the Panama Canal. Holy good lord. How many rock bands are there? It is a crime that there's not more than one rock band jingle in this game. They have like 7 songs for each civ. For each era. And they have one rock band jingle. It's weird. Something happened. The rock band team, something happened with the rock band team. Right? They were working on Civ 6, they were doing the rock band music, and then they got diverted to do XCOM or something. Like halfway through the rock bands, they were like, yo, this is now the XCOM team. Oh, is there a dueling Panama Canal in Germany? Oh, this one is so good! Oh, give me this, give me that. Please give me this one. Oh, I want to analyze, I want to canalysis this one. What are the yields looking like here? Bunch of 300s, 400s. Menelik's got the jump, though. He's going to get to all these projects first. And he is running the Mars colony. He is now leading the space race, running the Mars colony. Menelik is, and he has the highest science and will unlock the exoplanet first. Or is he not even building? Yeah, 7 turns. He's got 7 turns. 6 turns in Munster. 7 turns in Weldia. This is close. It's within a turn. Yeah, that does have IZ potential too, especially as Germany. Thermonukes are in for Washington. Thermonukes are in for Gaul. We have the Mars colony going. Oh, it's the moon landing. Do we have the Mars colony going down for Teddy yet? Teddy has not launched the Mars colony. He is building 100 nukes instead. Auckland building more thermo. What is going? Are we gonna thermonuke anyone here? Can we get a thermonuke? Do we have a bomber? Mars colony going down for Washington now, so he'll be fine. I don't think we have a bomber here to launch. How's the culture victory going? The rock bands are having an effect, but they're kind of competing against each other. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this side of the map. 4 turns here. 3 turns here. It's still within a turn. Germany currently on track to win the Panama Canal race. That would be devastating for Weldia. Nuclear submarines coming out for France. Interesting. Do we have any nukes in Hammurabi in Babylonian territory? Doesn't look like it. Catherine now in the top 4. Hammurabi dropping down by a single point. Yeah, Jeter, I trust you for it. I trust you for a link or two. You're good. You're good. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's the Mars colony down for America here. The Americans are still in it. Ethiopia's done the Mars colony. Ooh, a Humble Bundle link. What's for sale? I bet you it's Civ based on the stream we're in. Or Football Manager. It'd be so funny if it was like Stardew Valley. Like, dude, I'm just gonna let your guys know about a Stardew Valley sale. Why not? I think Teddy's in a good... The only problem is Menelik will unlock the exoplanet and the projects first. There's a big enough gap in... Well, Dia got it! No! No! This was such a... How? Oh my goodness. Do-do-do, do-do-do, Canalysis. All right, we gotta do that again. The game interrupted me. Do-do-do, do-do-do, Canalysis. All right, this canal sucks eggs. That's my analysis. Moving on. Rip Canal in the chat if you have the emotes. It's all Civ 6 plus DLC plus complete collection of every other Civ game to date for $15?
Louis?
No way.
I think this is the beginning of
No
a
way.
beautiful friendship.
Pay $19 Canadian for these 21 items. I'm not even watching the game. Y'all are watching the game. I'm looking at Humble Bundle and drooling. Oh my goodness. Well, I think we're going to be doing a few giveaways this month. All right, well, let's get back to the game for now. If you would ever like to play Civ for $15 and play every single Civ ever and all the DLC, then go to Humble Bundle right now. I think I can do like 10 giveaways with that amount of money. I feel like the Twitch payout, if I used all of it on giveaways, it would probably be like 30 or 40 giveaways for those things. That's a great deal. That is a ludicrous deal. Can we talk about that for a second? Every Civ game ever made and all the DLCs for $15 American is absolutely bonkers. That is crazy. Teddy is launching the exoplanet. Menelik is launching the exoplanet. There are exoplanets being launched. Now, 1 turn here. 5 turns here. So Teddy is going to be on the back foot. We know he can build like 9 projects in a row. However, we do have to be careful because they will be unlocked first by Ethiopia with the higher science number. Menelik, Ambiorix, Freddy, and Catherine sneaking into the top 4 spots. Currently, based on Game 1, Hammurabi, Teddy, Pericles, and Hojo being eliminated. The key here, though, is Menelik is already first. If Teddy were to win in the science victory, he would jump from 6th place to 1st place. That would be this is like, Teddy has so much more to lose here. If Menelik loses, he's still in 2nd. But if Teddy's either right now 1st or 6th. And that is crazy. 1 light year per turn, not quite launched yet. Are we building any projects here? No projects being built yet. Catherine with the culture win would be truly funny. Oh my god, Hammurabi's getting kind of close, isn't he? There's some highly promoted rock bands roaming around. This is... we need to figure out a way for AIPL Season 3 to always have 8 civs on the map. It just creates so much more kind of balance in fighting and stuff. The no nukes has been a bit of a drain, though. Like, we have all these thermo nukes. I don't even know if they have a way to launch them. 8 days until the Humble Bundle ends. Okay. That's good intel. That's absolutely bonkers. I can't believe that. Oh, war happening. Who's dying? An Ethiopian giant death robot's taking hits. I mean, Civ 5 is incredible. Civ Beyond Earth is okay. Alright, now it's the exoplanet for Teddy. Now, Teddy needs to launch projects right away. He's got to catch up here. Now, I don't know if Teddy will have even unlocked the projects. That's 600 science for Menelik here. It does not appear that Teddy has unlocked the projects. He's still behind. He is getting a jet bomber, though, so he will be able to launch the nukes. New Orleans losing loyalty. Oh, boy. This is close. No. Oh, we have projects going down for Ethiopia. It looks like Ethiopia is going to win. Is there an arrogant bundle to even things out? Now, you could probably make that website, though. Does the arrogant bundle charge you more? Like, what is the deal for the arrogant bundle? You can just buy games at a higher point, or a higher price point. Man, it looks like Menelik's gonna win. It's gonna be 2 light years per turn. Teddy's only at 1 and behind on the count. Teddy's got a project too, though. Teddy has unlocked the projects. Oh my goodness. We know he can spam them very, very quickly to get caught up. Will he do it, though? The AI does not actually know which victories are disabled and enabled. We've talked to the devs about this, and so they would just still go for a culture victory or a religious victory anyway. It's a good suggestion, though. We have talked. I believe Carl said that at one point. It's been confirmed by some dev or another, though. All right, we have jet bombers and thermonukes in America right now. Are we launching them? That's the big question. We need every American city to be building projects right now if they want to catch up. Yeah, it's going to be 3 light years per turn here for Menelik. Only 1. Yeah, it's going to be 3, 4, 5. Yeah, every Ethiopian city's building projects now. It's over. I think it's over for America. So close, but I think it's a 6th place finish instead of a 1st place finish. And that means that they have some heavy lifting to do in the next game to make it through. Catherine going in, Magnificence Catherine going into game number 2 in a promotion place is incredible. In a semi-final position. Japan taking a COD is so funny. Like, what on earth? Like, you come up, and then whee! All the way down to a COD. If no nukes this game, I'm gonna have to load a win save file just to satisfy your nuclear lust. That sounds unhealthy. I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds like it's not healthy. I think this is it. I think this is game over. 8 light years per turn. It is game over. Oh boy. For those of you on YouTube, as this game is ending, feel free to head over to YouTube Live, or the VB Live channel on YouTube, to watch the stream in whole. That way you can see us go and talk to the spreadsheet and everything, and, you know, see all the computations. After this one ends, though, we're going to see you guys in game number 2. We're going to do some stuff in between those, so make sure you check that out. Or just come to the stream and hang out. But that is game number 1. YouTube. Thank you so much for hanging in there. I hope you had a good time watching this game. I will see you guys in game number 2, which will be coming out in just a couple of days on the channel.